Good evening and welcome back to Astro Colony. I think it's time we actually work on this. We actually try and get this working. Half of it won't work because we don't actually have the resources for it, but we'll get there. So I have figured out all the connections. They're all doing their thing. They're all reading the correct thing there, so that's fine. I just need to put in some wire for them, which conveniently can be done like that. And then we need to go underneath. Do we want to go underneath? Do we want to do this underneath, or do we do it above? Underneath would make more sense. Though if I did it above, I could run it along with the pipe. Up and follow the pipe. Let's do it above. Yeah. It won't go above like that. Okay. So how about we doop. That one. Connect them all up like that because do it. We then go up. Down here. Then run you along. For the moment. Okay, and then we want to plug this into here. Now what I want to do is disconnect this from the end for the moment, I think. What do I just want to plug this in and let it go ham? I think I'll disconnect it from the end for the minute, and then I'm going to plug it in and find out what happens, because I'm not sure. I've done all these here. I made a blueprint. I moved this over here, which is really obvious. Move it over here. I made a blueprint and then just pasted it down there. But I had to reconnect them to this because if you put a blueprint down, it doesn't have a building. It doesn't save the connection, obviously, because there's no building there. So I had to reconnect them anyway. So I could have left it the way it was before, but it doesn't matter. So what I want to do is this. We come out, do that. I've left it by 2. Awesome. Okay, so if it's greater than 1, but it's not reading it's greater than 1 because it's not connected to anything, which is awesome. Ooh, bonk. Bonk. These are all filtered and set to the correct things. Obviously this isn't going to work because it's not going there, so I'm not plugging this into the network until we get the pipe there. So now let us see whether my perfect, wonderful, always correct calculations that never are wrong work. If I do that, nothing happens. Also, I'm glad nothing happens because I hadn't put in these. Otherwise we'd have stuff going in the wrong direction. So why isn't it working? So you should be reading. You are 2. So is it less than 1? Do I need to change this to be less than 1? Is that what it is? Yeah, I need to change it to be less than 1. So bump. Still not working. What are you? Whoa, hang on, is the first one copper? This one should be iron. Reading iron. This is 0. So the iron output should be 0, okay? Come down here, you're not mixed up with any other signals. Okay. So you should be reading that the iron output is 0. So you are doing on and off, but you're not connected to the blocker, are you? No, you're not connected to the blocker, which is bizarre. Because if I do that, it should turn the blocker off, which it is doing. Okay. have to flip them. Maybe when you copy paste logic, it ends up in an invalid state. Okay, so that's turned that off. No, it hasn't turned that off. Oh, are you? Wait, hold on. You're now turning that off, which is fine. So that is working. Okay, if this drops below 1,000, you'll stop this anyway. This is not above 1,000, so that's why that blocker is turned on there. Oh, that blocker is turned off. It just looks. It's very difficult to see, but you can kind of see it. It's flashing red, so it is technically turned off. So this will allow outputs here. I don't want to do that. I want to override this because I don't want you, once you hit 1,000, just filling this up for the minute, because we haven't got the things there. So I want to oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Can I clear that? Yeah, do that, and then turn this on, and turn that is on. Okay, boom, there you go. So now that is on until we've had that disconnected. Remember, that's disconnected. Somebody remember that's disconnected from when I set the thing up and watch it go. So, okay, items are moving down the pipe, down the pipe, down the pipe. Items are moving down the pipe. You are filling because you're not allowed outputs, which makes sense. Because the pusher is pushing everything across first, so we have to wait for the end one to empty before this goes on there. Okay. Right, now let's see what this is doing. Okay, so you are outputting. Fine. Excuse me. Excuse me, that blocker is turned on. Why are you... Whoa. Hold the phone. Stop. Why are you going down there? You are only filtered to one type of item. This isn't a terrible thing, because obviously this is going to split between the two anyway. It's not like it's killing us, but not in the intended way of doing things. Why is that? You should only push stuff going this way. Do I need blockers here as well? Or do I need filters here? I think I need filters here. That's what it is. I need filters. Oh, no, don't do that. Put filters in. Yeah. And then the filter has to be... I can't copy that and paste it. Can I paste from a blocker to a filter? No. Can't paste from a pusher to a filter either, even though they have the same internal system. Why? Oh, so annoying. Right, so you're allowed that. You're allowed polymer. You're allowed gears. You're allowed motherboard. You're allowed oxygen. You're allowed carbon fiber. You're allowed dirt. You're allowed iron. You're allowed copper. And you're allowed iron. Okay. That one. Okay. You've blocked this. Why have you blocked this? Because there's enough in there. Okay, so the copper has turned up, so that's fine. Okay. And the pipes are turned up. And the pipes, yep, enough pipes, so that's fine. The gears are going down there now. Awesome. That's fine. The gears are now stopped. Yep, so no, they're not. Hold on. Yes, they are. The gears are stopped, but there's stuff in here. So I need to slow this down. So I kind of think I want to get rid of the belts and put slower belts in there. And I want to put the slower belts in here. Okay. so it doesn't fill the thing. Just doesn't fill this as much. Obviously these are full because the pipe is stuck. So yeah, the pipe is currently full of stuff here, so you are now outputting all this here. There will be an initial mistake with this, as the case would be, simply because this one takes priority because it's a straight through, so it will fill the pipe faster than anything else. So there's no way I can slow that down. I can move this back by one and put a slow pipe in between the two to try and let it filter properly. But I think, to be honest with you, once the system catches up with everything, it will only be calling on one item at a time, but it will turn that one on until it ends up with 0. When it ends up 0, it will turn that one on, feed as many as it can into it, and then we'll get, like, I don't even know how many down here. How many did we end up getting down here? Oh, we're still coming. So we're going to get like hundreds of them down here. So because the distance traveled, there's just no way I can not have it do that. It's going to fill up with way more than we need, but that's fine. That's why we're buffering it and holding it back here, so that we move the storage from there to here, and then from there to here slowly. And then when these run out, yes, they'll stop for a while because you've got to wait for it to come all the way down the line to get to here, but then it will run for a long time, and then it will stop for a while, and then it'll run a long time, then it'll stop, and it'll run, and that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So iron pipes are going to be mega because, yeah, but it's okay. I think this will work. I think this will work. I didn't know about the filter thing. I honestly thought the pusher would only push a single item, but I guess they just all wanted to turn right here anyway. So, yeah. So we needed filters on the end, but that's fine. It's absolutely fine. What I could have done is, instead of a pusher, I could have put a blocker there and blocked iron, so iron must come this way, and then block copper, and copper must come this way. But it's easier with the pushers. It makes much more visual sense. You can see it much easier to do the thing you want to do. So if I was to move this back and put a slower pipe in between there, it would mean that this red pipe would have gaps in it, which then means other items could get filled into the gap. So like we could add some copper, we could add some iron to it, but right now we just got to wait for the iron to run out, which we're going to do. Then we're going to get copper. There's no space for the next one to come along, so we then have to wait for the copper to finish. Then once the copper is finished, we then get the iron, and once the iron is finished, everything will be awesome. Now, we are still filling right now, because obviously that hasn't turned off yet. That hasn't got one inside it yet, so which it has now, so that should have turned you on. Yes, it has. Okay, might be flickering between 1 and 0. So we're going to get like 500. I'm actually going to yank that out there and put it in there. And you do not need to have 600 iron either. Let's do this here. Oop, there you go. Let's do its thing. It'll balance. It'll balance. It's working. It's working. It'll balance. It is turning off stuff that is. If I just had it feed from the end down to these to the science, it would feed all of the stuff out that one and wouldn't get any other ones. That's why I did the logic, to turn on and off things as and when they need them, so the belt isn't. The belt isn't sneezy. No, the belt isn't saturated. That's the word I was after. Right. Okay. So you. Okay, so you're obviously running out because you need stuff coming in here, and by the time you get down here, you're not actually. There you go. You've turned it off, but then you'll turn it back on again, then you turn it off, then you turn it on again, and so on and so forth. So you're off, you're on, so you're now off. So this is stopped working, and then eventually that will run out because we'll use all the science up. This will run down to 0. Once it hits 0, that will turn on and start filling it again. So this will end up with, I don't know, what we've got in it, 30 in it. This will probably end up with about 40. And then it'll probably be about 10 more as well. Depending on the distance, it's going to be whatever the pipe distance is. So we should end up with like 30 of that, 35-ish of copper. And then 50, 70, 80, 100, 300, something, I don't know, depending on how far it goes. But this does appear to be working, and we are getting the resources in. They are doing their thing, which is awesome. Obviously, we do not have a couple of things we need. Motherboards are one. Motherboards are not ready to transmit yet. Well, one, they're not plugged in, but two, we didn't have 1,000, so now we do have 1,000. Motherboards are also going to be very, very slow. We're going to make one every 10 seconds, and we need 4, 8, because we've got 2 of them, every 32 seconds. So motherboards are not going to be running at full speed, but they are running. Once we plug it in, it will be running fine and working, because it'll be ready to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reconnect you to there, and that's going to start that going. But what will happen is it'll empty the 3 out, which will put it below 1,000, which will kick you in to start running again, and then you get it. So you'll end up getting a small buffer inside there, so we'll get an initial boost of them. We need, however, to do more transport pipes, and to get more transport pipes we require carbon filament. Is that graphene, which comes from carbon fiber? Okay, so however, the next thing on our list is technically the find one, that one there, this, the electronic panel. That did say I was going to do every item. We're going to do every item. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do the extra panel. We're going to do it as well. Yep. Okay. Where was the split between these two? Was it here? Oh, that was the entire wrong button. Yeah, it was here. So we can do that. Oh. Too far. Go on. As far as we can go. Okay. Zoom. And same for this one. We go here. We go out. We go up as far as we can go. Like that. That's probably not going to be big enough. So we'll see. So you come here. You are going to do these guys. You need 2 computers every 22 seconds. You are making 1 computer every 36 seconds. So that means we need 3 of these to satisfy that. Is that right? How many computers do you need a second? You need 2 divided by 22. You're going to need 0.09 computers a second. And you make, could have done it by minute, that would have been easier. You make 1 divided by 36, which is 0.02. So 0.03. I'll round it up, and the other one's 0.1, 0.09. So round 0.1. So 0.01. Sorry, 0.1 times 0.03. Oh no, hang on. Divided by 0.03 means we need 3.33 of these machines to make this run. So we need 4. We need 4 of those machines to make this run at 100% speed. It doesn't have to run at 100% speed. We aren't using them. These are, as I've said many times, not used in anything. They're used to make things. We already have loads of these, so we don't need them. So what I'm going to do is break the rules, and I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to just copy this and put it down behind it. It's just copper. It's just, you just need copper for it. That's it. Copper eventually makes these. It also needs glass as well. Glass comes from quartz. Quartz comes from dirt. Dirt we don't have. We can get dirt. Dirt's not difficult to get at all. So yeah. I do wish I was a robot that chopped down trees. There was a bot you could give an axe and he'd chop down trees, go around, chop down all the wood in place. So yeah. So let's see here. How many tiles wide? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 tiles wide. 7 tiles and a little bit wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there. If we copy this, this wants to sit in the center of these somewhere. It might not sit in the center of these because we need to figure out where this is going to go. So let's do that, and then that, and then that, and that, and then that, and figure out which one's going to be the best one for this. So we need to go one more. So there. Going to be even? Nope. This one's going to be even. This one's the even one. Yeah. So that one. Okay. Okay. Go to build. Go to blueprints. Go to our overbelt. Loop. You are going to sit there. I did mess this up. We were on this line here, and then I've moved them all over by one. So we've come a little bit too far forward. So yeah, well, we'll fix that right now. Move you back by one. Awesome. Okay. And then you're going to have just this copied behind you. I could put like, I'm not going to put 2 in or anything like that. Because I'd have to figure out the exact ratios of things. So this is a copy of that. It's a copy of this. It's a copy of the other. We could have this go down and then siphon off of this one here. That's a system you could use and do things. Computers, I don't think are used by anything. I don't think. No, they're not actually consumed by anything, so we don't technically need them on the list, but I'm putting everything on the list. Everything's going on the list. So, yeah. Okay. So how about we go and grab our function box select tool, which is really, really useful. It's useful for deleting, for copying, for doing all sorts of stuff with. Very, very, very useful tool. There are a few little tricks you can do with it as well, which I will show you in a moment, because we're going to have to use the little trick things here. So, I just wish it copied logic. I just really wish when you made a blueprint and you copied it, it would copy the logic links as well. But it seems to lose them. Blueprints seem to lose the... No, they don't. Hang on. Blueprints don't lose the logic links, because this one, I made this one. This one stayed connected. That's weird. So I don't want to copy the first 2 here, but we can't grab this and move this back. It's not allowed to. Let's move it forward by 1, and let's go to edit, press E to modify this here. So we can see it's moved forward by 1. You can type -2 in here. Now it defaults to 0. So long as you don't touch it again when you close it, look at that. Look at that. It moves back by 1. Ooh. Yes, yes indeed. So that does work. So now I can press F to select everything, K to make a blueprint, add the blueprint, come out the blueprint, and then move the blueprint forward till we find this here, and I'm going to move it that way. I think. No, let's move it left. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We can choose that. So that's things no problem. So the output is at the square there, which means that's the point where you're looking. Or when you build a blueprint, you look at that square there. That's where your mouse cursor is. That's where you place the blueprint. So then everything behind that, that'll be the center of it. So if you're ever confused as to why blueprints are like in the wrong places, just use this up, down, left, right to move it to the correct place there. And then if we come out of here, we can. I'm going to leave that highlighted there so that we can click that again should we need it. Go to blueprints, click new blueprint. I'm naming them all new blueprint, terrible. And see, if we rotate it around, the block we are looking at is in fact the block. And we want to go 1, 2, 3, and it's green. Which means we can place it down. Awesome, awesome. Let's get rid of you. Oh, we need to put in some flooring back here. Some of our components are floating. And we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want them floating. Good for their health. Oh, look, okay. And yeah, the logic is all disconnected, which is really weird. Maybe it's the size of the blueprint that does it. I'm not sure, but Yeah, the logic is all disconnected, which is, yeah, it's very weird. When I, so you'll see if I put in this one here, boop, look, the logic is connected. They are still connected to the things. I don't know why that is. I don't. Maybe the logic can't connect to buildings, but can connect between logic blocks. I guess it can connect between logic blocks, but can't connect between buildings. So yeah. But anyway, you've seen this 100 times. You know exactly what's going to go on here. So I'm going to have to connect all the logic up together, which is annoying, but hey ho, that's just how it works. Okay, we'll do that there. We'll do that there. So bomb. Okay, there. You will connect to that one over there. I'm not going to go through the logic. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're going to read. I'm just remembering to put the first one in place. You're going to read these, and I'm going to say we're not going to have 1,000 of these. We're going to have 100. Like the computers, I really only need 100 of them. They're only used in. They're used to make the radar. That's it. So. Yeah, I'm going to change this to be 100. We're getting to the point where I don't need to store these many things here. Also, I might have a quick look down the line. Not that it matters, everything's backed up anyway. So, but yeah, we don't need so many computers stored. Not that it matters, we've got infinite resources anyway. So, do you know what? No, stick with 1,000. Stop changing the rules. Stop changing the rules. Stick with 1,000. We'll go with 1,000. Okay, and we'll do the same here. We'll go with 1,000. This is going to run slower anyway. It's going to run slower anyway. So 1, 2, 3. You're going to read these, and you are going to say if it's less than 1,000, turn on. There you go. Boom. So you'll turn that one on there, and then we're going to connect this one up to this one, and this and these, connect these up, and everything's going to be awesome. And then we will come back next episode, and we will move on to whatever the next thing is. We need more copper coming down here. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope you get the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.